does it actually mean to have your data stored in the cloud? Hi, my name is JT and I'll be walking you through how different software systems you use actually work. So the question is, when you hear things like cloud computing, or when you hear things like, oh, my data is in the cloud somewhere, what does it exactly mean? Well, the first thing you need to understand is that digital artifacts can only be represented electronically. So what that means is, if you have any digital piece of information, it can really only be stored in an electronic means or a digital means. So first, your data is not actually in the physical cloud. It's the good news, yay! But the second thing to note is, because as human beings, whenever we want to store physical pieces of information, we usually have to store them in a physical location. So think of things like when you have a luggage that you need to store, you would either have a store within your house that it is, but when you have something more, you would find some extra storage that sometimes could be outside your house. And so the same idea applies to cloud computing, which is, if you do not exactly have the necessary storage on your device, there are companies that invest in large arrays of computers that actually can store your information in a safe and secure way. That large set of computers is what we refer to as data centers. So you probably would have heard things like, oh, there's a data center here or a data center here. A data center is basically a location that holds a large set of computers that help to store information. Which is why a lot of data centers usually have to use a lot of electricity, because the computers have to keep running 24/7. So I guess another question you could ask is my data actually safe? Well, data centers are armed with security guards 24/7 that protect your data, but they are also usually in remote and isolated places, and sometimes their exact locations are not even known to the public. So yeah, that is what it means to store your data in the cloud. Follow me for more.